ISBM, your first step towards right career.
Good morning, friends. Let's start with another topic of same quantity techniques. It's a transportation problem. Transportation problem. What is exactly the transportation? What the problem we are getting that in the transportation? The same we will discuss over here in the another chapter of quantitative techniques, QT. Transportation problem. Basically, transportation we are using in, I can say that in logistics, when we going to transfer one sort of chunk of, I can say that, materials from one place to another place. There we are using the transportation when we have demand, we have some storage. In the storage we have a supply and we have a demand. So in from supply and demand, how we can calculate each and every iteration of the transportation we will discuss over here. So what exactly the transportation problem and how we'll achieve our goals through this? So distributing any commodity in a sense anything commodity from any group of supply centers called sources. There is two things, sources and destinations. So from where we are supplying the commodity or goods, which is called the sources, and the destination where that particular commodity or goods have to reach, that is called the destination. So from source and destinations, we are supplying the commodities. So distributing any commodity from any group of supply center called sources to any group of receiving centers. So receiving center, which is nothing but a destination where we need to send our commodity, or I can say the goods, that is a destination, in such a way to minimize that. What is the main criteria of to use the transportation is basically we have to minimize the cost, the distribution cost or shipping cost. What exactly I can say is the shipping cost is a term which I can use. That shipping cost we have to minimize. We have to minimize the shipping cost when while sending a goods or commodity from one place to another place. There shall be some charges. There will be some charges for that commodity for sending one place to another place. So sending those commodities from one place to another place, obviously the transportation, there will be some transportation charge. So that transportation charge is nothing but a distribution cost or shipping cost, which absolutely we have to give the particular transportation people or transportation from where we are taking this transportation. We have to give that money to that particular agency or that particular person. So this all how to minimize this cost from going to one place to another place, we are learn under this transportation problem, which is so transportation to supply must equal total demand. What exactly? See, we have a supply and in any company we have a supply and we have a supply and we have a demand. So whatever the supply we are doing according to the demand. Whatever the demand, suppose a company manufacturing goods of some raw material, suppose a company manufacturing a car. There is in the suppose we can take the example of Tata Nano. Tata Nano have a demand in the market like 100 Tata Nano required in the market in each day. 100 Tata Nano. If the company is unable to produce the 100 Tata Nano in each day, so there will be a big gap between supply and demand. On demand is 100 Tata Nano, but a company can only supply 60 to 70 Tata Nano. So 3 to 40, 30 to 40 the car gaps between the supply and demand. So if the total supply exceeded total demand, a dummy destination whose demand equals the difference between the total supply and the total demand is created. Similarly, if the total supply is less than the total demand, the dummy sources is created. See, there is a two terms have been used over here, the dummy destination and dummy source. When the supply is exceed from the demand, then it will go to the dummy destination, and when supply is less than the demand, then it comes to the dummy sources is created, whose supply equals the difference. All unit shipping costs into dummy destination or out of dummy source are zero. So all unit shipping costs at the dummy destination or dummy sources should be zero, because there is a gap. I mean to say Sometimes supply is exceeded, and sometimes uh, supply should be less. Supply is less, sometimes exceeded, sometimes less. So according to that, the dummy destination and dummy sources has been created over here.